Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we're doing the sign of Earth. I just did air sign, this is Earth. Some of you may have woken up from a really bad dream. This is what I'm getting. The Nine of Swords is she could have sleep, it could be peaceful with the doves there down the bottom, but she chooses to look at the moon and be worried and shivering in fear. Focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. You may be unnecessarily getting yourself in a twist because you're worried about an outcome which you can't control as of yet. It's saying not to lose your stuff. Your mother may be a big support right now, and maybe that's what you need, a little bit of support going forward. Your mum might have been a very big influence on your life. She's shown here with two babies. Now maybe you're one of two. Maybe you both were, I call it Irish twins, where you're like a year and a half apart, 21 months apart. And they say that it happens. There is such a thing. I've been told that if you've lost a twin when you're in utero, your DNA will not be pure. Your kid's DNA will not match your DNA because the twin took the other twin. They sometimes eat each other. That's disgusting, I know, but the DNA is not imprinted very well onto that other twin. And if you've got albinoism in the family, again, protein problem. It's a problem with imprinting your DNA onto a child's DNA. It can be like an abnormality. But not saying that you've got an abnormality, it's just saying that the earth signs here are showing that you've got this twin energy around you right now. You may have Gemini in your chart. It could be just as simple as that. And that, you need to engage with your feminine side, and you may need to also engage with your mum. You need some support. In the past, you had a person around you who's maybe a parent. It could be a Pisces, Capricorn, or Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. They're very honourable, they're devoted, they're a romantic partner, they're emotional, they are protective of their family and friends, and they may have been very heavily invested in art and music. That might be some of their passions, and that's what they're really good at. The Princess of Autumn is recent past. You may have someone around you who's either a sister or a close friend who is a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or it could be a grandparent, and just says they love to learn. They're very mischievous, they're very cheerful, they're responsible. They may have been working in research laboratories or doing research into, I guess, how to be a parent or a godparent. The Three of Pentacles coming up is being commissioned for your work, be the best at what you can do, being compensated for your creative talent. You know how sometimes you have what they call, is it triplicate? It's like three parts of a painting, a series, and they have to put it all together, and it won't work unless it's placed in a certain pattern or like from left to right. That's what I'm seeing you doing. If some of you paint out there, I see you doing a body of work that is small, and maybe it's the small things that look small to the eye, but they can grow into something big. That's my little bit of, I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but the background's good. I like the colour. It's 6x4, 5x7. So I'm going to work on that today. I think I need to get back into it because I really enjoy expressing myself through art, music, and that's what it's saying. Get back into your art. Get in contact with things that make you happy. That's what it's saying there. Then you've got coming up for you the Princess of Swords. Someone around you who is a bit hurtful with their words sometimes. They speak of the truth, but they may do it in a way that's got no tact. I've always been told I had no tact. They can be truthful, inquisitive, realistic, and undiplomatic. They may be a little sharp with their words. They could be to do with law. They could be a lawyer. They could be a doctor, a nurse, because swords, as in, they could be sharp with their words, but they are very driven individuals, and they're truthful, and they will stand up for you if you ever need someone to be in your court. I would want someone like them. They are direct, they're honest, and what they say they're going to do, they carry through with it. They try to always carry through with what they tell you, what they promise you. They probably weren't promised a lot when they were a kid, so they've learnt to distrust people, and that's why they want to be the opposite of that. They want to be the one that comes through for you when you need them. The Two of Cups is to do with love. You're meeting someone, or you've come or reconnected with someone from either your past or your future, whether it be you know, a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or if you currently not in a relationship, it could be just reconnecting and healing a wound in a relationship, you know, whether it be parent and child wound, because you've got the Empress there. And this person may be an Aquarian because you've got the star. And you may have Aquarius heavily in your chart as well. Aquarius is truthful. They are honest. They do love to help people. They're healers. They're natural healers. And they might work in the nursing industry. They could be a community nurse. They could be, but they're very good at picking up on people's issues and soothing to other people when you need to talk about something that's bothering you. They can be healing with just trying to help you and to hear you out and encourage you. They want you to shine, is what I'm getting from that. The dreamer is to do with a project, a baby that you're trying to get off the ground. Maybe it's a small business like this sort of thing. You're trying to get it off the ground. It's telling you to keep going. It's encouraging you to keep doing what you're doing. You're doing really well at it. You're going to get a following. Embracing new true purpose, beginning a new adventure. You may want to do a new job. You may want to move to a new place. This is saying all new things that you would like to do. It's encouraging you to go ahead with them. Think big. And it may be one small step to get to the top, but the goal is to get to the top, and you will get there. Just baby steps. 9 of Cups, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. Someone's going to grant you a wish, something that you've been really, really wanting for quite some time. Maybe it's a birthday wish. You asked for what you want for your birthday, and that person's going to get it for you because that's what you really want. And they know your heart's desire. You may be quite childlike in your approach, and that's a good thing. Nothing wrong with being a big kid at heart. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think when you lose your ability to witness things like a rainbow and find beauty in smallest things, that's a childlike quality which people lose. And unfortunately, I think that's why a lot of kids are very psychic when they're born. But as they grow up and they learn to hide all these raw emotions and these very big emotions, they're told to squash them, because if they're boys, they can't express emotion. And this is where they lose the ability to intuit. My son is a crystal child, I believe. He is a special child, and he was born 2 months after September 11, and I believe he was a chosen one. He was one of the fallen. I keep talking about him like this because it's true. I had a vision when I was 8 months pregnant with him, and it was on top of a building. And on top of this building, and there's rubble all around it. So I woke up that night with this vision, and there's this little boy called Christopher that I named. My little Cupid was underneath this angel's wing, and he was the most adorable child I've ever seen. Massive curls, just looks like the Gerber baby, you know, off those jars of food. Just all dimples and just beautiful, just a beautiful child. And he was a boy. And we turned the television on because I had a vision about him, but also had a vision about my uncle, who'd passed earlier, 3 years before that, had died. And he said, "Where's your mum?" I said, "She's in the next room," because I was staying up there with her. And he had a pink shirt on. He looked around 20s or 30s. He died in his 70s. So I knew he was dead. He said, "I've got something very important to tell her." I said, "Well, she's in the room." He goes, I'll tell her. I said, "Okay." And I woke up. I couldn't go back to sleep because of that. So then I went downstairs and turned the television on. And then the Twin Towers exploded right in front of me, live footage, and I was in shock. I couldn't believe it because what I'd seen had happened. The towers were rubble. Ground zero. There's a change in the wind coming. There's a big change for you. A new home. You're going to move to a new home. Good. And maybe you want to move home. That could be another thing, is what it's saying. If you live out of home, you're currently living with people, flatmates, you may just want a place to call your home. Maybe you're not home enough because it doesn't feel like home. It's just somewhere you go to sleep and eat, and you know, you might not be there a lot because it doesn't feel homey. I find next door neighbours to my mum, she's never home, and I think the reason she's never home is because she doesn't like a home. She doesn't feel at home, even though it's being renovated. It's beautiful, but she can't seem to settle. She's never home, and the poor kid probably just wants to sit home. Like I used to run around when I was young, work and stuff like that. But sometimes kids just want to stay home and just, hang. But we're all in such an uproar. The world is on fast forward. It's like it's on steroids. The world at the moment is fastening up. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change. When COVID happened, everyone was in an uproar because they like routine. We like, as creatures, routine. We need people. People need people. And when there was no contact, I had no people. I lived in a building with people I didn't know because they were from other parts of the country. They didn't know me that well. We were just flatmates. They had no one really to turn to, and I felt like I had it was my duty to help them by getting food for them and bringing home bags of vegetables for $1 because they were living month to month because they had money that was coming from their family. They weren't working, they were studying, they were full-time students. They didn't get Centrelink. So I used to help them. I used to give them food, and I used to cook for them too. I was like a dorm mum. I couldn't see my kids. It was awful. Want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Nothing in human experience is black or white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone had a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunity for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your heart better and to know that you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. The temporary shelter will remove yourself from drama, the air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. 50. No place like home. And it's a weird looking house. It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's got a bird's eye view, a bit like where I live at the moment. It's got a bird's eye view, but it's an unusual setup. And it's something that I would never have dreamt that I would ever take, but I had a vision of where I moved to here. I had dreamt about this place, so I knew I was moving here. And it was in a vision that I saw the trees and the pine trees that were on the side of the fence. I knew I was sent here for some reason. Coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit in, being comfortable in your own skin. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known that you can call yours. Ability to trust yourself and feel at home. And you're beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. Lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the aspects of familiarity. Be home in this relationship. Together you add to the love of the world. Yeah. So it's just saying, when you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is your highest good. So just be authentic. Don't be anyone but you. Because everyone else is already taken. This is Oscar Wilde's famous quote. Okay, this is the deck called The Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid. The other one was The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. Both guidebooks, oracle cards. I sometimes get more of a read out of an oracle card than what I do the tarot. They're nice cards. I like the patterns and the pictures. I think the guy that drew it has got a really good imagination. It's like decoupage. Oh, okay. I don't think I'll take one. Yeah. Coming apart. Okay. Some of you may be breaking up with someone. A permanent breakup. And you got flying. That was in the other card readings. So a lot of people are having very, very active sleep. Maybe you're having nightmares of I guess, the worst case scenario. You're thinking the worst case scenario, and really it's not going to be like that. I think people tend to paint people a certain way. The truth will always come out in the end. And when it does, those people will get their karma. I believe people get karma for what they do to someone, intentionally trying to harm someone else. 46. The coming apart is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has the commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is the perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, disillusion, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, you don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. And then the flying card. You have a power to see things from a higher perspective. Again, it's talking about flying, but also as in a dream sense, like an eagle spreads its wings. It's got a better vantage point because it can see far away. And the birds of prey can have a huge scope. If you're a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above all life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over and all your hard work is paid off, and the things you hope for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. That's nice. That's a really lovely reading. And that's all I have today for Earth Signs.